Well, good Sunday morning out here in Gillies. It's a beautiful, it's not crisp. I was thinking it's just got a little chill in the air. I think our high today is going to be 19 only. But that's a nice do stuff out in the yard kind of weather. So it's going to be sunny. So that's the shade temperature. So it should be in the 20s in the sun. So yeah, so I'm just going to do some watering. So I'm going to set you down and go get my watering cans and show you what I do. All right, so I'm in the garden. I've set you over my peas and I'm pointing to my watering container. So here I go. So I'm just filling up my containers now. So then I'm going to start watering my tomatoes and my peppers. If you're wondering why I have these, I like to listen to CBC Radio 1 or a podcast. It's sometimes, but as you can hear, we've got a rooster crowing every morning. It's not at my farm, it's a house. There's actually chickens behind us, and there's chickens at our township reeve. That's Gillies Reeve, Wendy's house, I believe, and then there's another one down by the four-way stop. So, and then the robins and everything. Finches are singing. Okay. So I've put you in a little different place now so you can see how I do this. The transplant shock's not too bad. The temperatures have been cooler, so I'm pretty much watering only once a day. They're not drying out as quickly as like the peppers and the tomatoes and the poppies. They've been okay. Yesterday was kind of hot, but today's going to be cool, so I'm only going to have to water once today. Then I go in the house after I have a little rest on the deck and listen to the birds. Then I'm going in the house, and it's house duties, and it's most importantly is filling my seed orders that I've gotten over the last couple days. So here we go. change watering containers now. At the very far end of that row, beets were left in the other older garden that from last year that I've let grow in, except for the felt covering ground. That's where I'm going to be planting today. I'm going to put in my 2 sugar baby watermelons that are doing fantastic, and my cantaloupe. All right, next watering can. So down at the end of that row, that is there's 3 beets that I took out from my other garden, and they're really doing well. They're going to make me free seed for next year for my beets. As well as that big tall thing with the yellow flowers, that is a Swede, or the yellow and purple top turnips that you see at the grocery store. I only had to buy the seed once, so I'm going to save the seed. All right. These are the great tomatoes that we grew. I hope you can hear me over there. All the tomatoes got hit by a little bit of frost that one night, but they're coming back. They'll be fine. Except for the great tomatoes. They're fine. They're just kind of stalled. They're getting settled. All right, so that's the peppers, tomatoes, beets for seed. I'm also going to be putting in a couple carrots, and they'll start quickly and they'll make seeds, so I'll have free carrot seeds next year. I aim to not spend on my garden, vegetable and flower, as best I can. All right, I'll be back later. So while I wait for my watering cans to fill up again, I wanted to show you, see if I can, I don't think, oh yes I can. No, I can't turn the camera around. So, the potatoes are up. Now, that doesn't sound very exciting, but it is. Because those first ones, the rototiller threw them up, so they overwintered and did not rot. They were in the ground and starting to grow. So I put them in the proper row, and they're the first up. Isn't that something? Yeah, you always forget the odd one. I wonder if my father did that. I wonder if he accidentally, in the spring, when he was cleaning out the garden and rototilling it, getting it ready to plant, I wonder if he found potatoes. I bet he did. So here's some of the things that are along the garden, okay? The dill is up. Okay. Oh, sorry. I should tighten that somehow. I'm not sure how to do that. Okay, so the dill are up. And I think my Flanders are coming. It's really hard to tell with those. They don't seem to come up like a little thread, right? Okay. Yes, they're just coming up. Right there. Those are Hungarian blues. These are double whites. They are absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay. My mama Irene got me, it was from West Coast Seeds, and it was a mix of about 50 different varieties of come back every year seeds, right? Now, the lupin, yes, they were in there, I think. That's correct. But look at these beautiful little blue flowers. Can anybody tell me what they are? So let's get a look at their leaves. So it almost looks like a sage leaf, but aren't they gorgeous? So there's the one lupin that came. So pretty. Isn't that nice? So they just grow, they come back every year. Now, these ones here are the pink and purple pom-poms, but I don't see anything yet. Sorry for the side of my head. I don't see anything yet. So I'll show you. See. But those are fresh seeds. I'm sure they'll come. They're just different ones come at different times. So these are the Love Lies Bleeding Amaranth. Cardatus, I think they're called. So they're crowded, so I may send them out later. But yeah, they're related to the spinach family. And they get these long, big ropes of multiple blooms of red. And yeah, they're really interesting. And my watering can's overflowing. All right, I'll be back. So were you wondering what that black netting is right behind me there? Those are my brassicas. I think maybe I told you in another video. So I have none of the little white butterflies that lay the eggs on brassicas, and then they eat the daylights out of them. So the larvae do, not the eggs. So yeah, I'm covering them so that I have a beautiful crop of cabbage and broccoli and kale. So that's on. Be right back.